This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I have got Angie Beaupre with me and Sandra Burelli. You're both with Big Brothers Big Sisters, Lanark County. Sandra, you're the executive director, and Angie, you are the fund development manager. It should be fun development manager, because we're going to talk about the bowl, the Tim Hortons Bowl. You were managed in 2020 to just get the bowl in before the pandemic started, like days. That's right.
Yes, it was February 29th of 2020. We were able to raise $90,000, and then the pandemic hit mid-March. So we were very fortunate that we were able to host the event as usual, because last year we had to adapt the event and try it virtually. We put out a number of challenges. We had a lot of support from teams sending us like best team photo of their costume or how they bowled from home. And even us as a staff, we took to the sledding hill and did bowling with sleds. So last year was the virtual. So this year we are adapting the event yet again to be a combination of both. We are hopeful that the alleys will be reopened, and public safety is, top priority for us. So we will be following all restrictions and protocols that the alleys have in place to keep everyone safe. But as long as the alleys are open, we are hoping to bowl in person, but we've also added that element of virtual bowling for those who wish to bowl with us, but just not in the alley. And all of this information is available on our website. So anybody that wants to learn more about how they can either bowl in person or bowl virtually can just check out the website at lanark.bigbrothersbigsisters.ca.
Okay, now you cover all of Lanark County. Which alleys have you got involved in this year's event?
This year we are bowling in two of our locations. We're in Smith Falls at Grattan Lanes, and we're also in Perth at the Spare Room Bowling Lanes, as long as they are both open. They are the larger alleys. They are easier for us to maintain some social distance and to follow those protocols to keep everyone safe. And the larger groups of teams that have bowled in the past have come from those two towns.
Okay, and how many years has the Tim Hortons Bowl been going on?
This is the 42nd.
This is the 42nd. So it's been going on for a very, very long time. And has it always been the Tim Hortons Bowl too?
I am not entirely sure if we had title sponsors, but I've been on the staff since 2017, and it's been Tim Hortons as the title sponsor.
I always remembered it as Tim Hortons as well too. So they're great supporters of Big Brothers Big Sisters too. So maybe Sandra, you can talk a little bit about Big Brothers Big Sisters. What's going on in Lanark County?
Sure. Well, first of all, I wanted to add to what Angie was just saying, 42nd annual Bowl for Kids event. And when you consider that we're 49 years old this year, that's saying something. So it's a huge, huge event for us. It's been around for a really, really long time. It actually accounts for a fifth to a sixth of our operating budget, as a matter of fact, in a good year when it is, doing what it should, like our $90,000 year. And so, it's interesting because although we are in this pandemic situation that we've spoken about before, we are still serving kids. As a matter of fact, we're serving kids in very different ways, as well as the ways that we always have, maintaining those traditional one-on-one relationships, seeing an increase on that front, seeing a big increase on the level of commitment available out of community members who really want to help. Never before have we had as many volunteers sign up with us in a month as we're seeing right now. So that's amazing news for us as we kind of navigate through this and do what we can, sometimes in person, sometimes not. After school programs are still happening, largely virtual right at this particular moment. But last year we did lots of in-person as well, lots of outdoor. We had staff who were just gangbuster ready to just do it whenever they could. And they were outside in rain ponchos and doing the after school programs with kids. It was amazing. So we're still doing our thing. 2021 saw over 1,200 and some phone calls out to kids just to check on them, see how they're doing, make sure they have their needs met, and where they weren't, we took care of some of those. So we did about 470 porch drops in 2021 alone of food, gift certificates, basic needs in some cases, coats, boots, that kind of thing. Whatever they needed, we brought it. And it was thanks to really partnering with other community members who gave us the resources that we could provide to our kids. So it's been amazing. It's been so different, but we're still here and we're still doing it.
Excellent, excellent. And like you say, you've got resources. When you were saying you're dropping things off to people's houses, food, clothes, that sort of thing. Fundraising is so important too, but you've got great resources to help you out with that as well.
And we really couldn't do what we do without the combination of both of those things. Last year, there was a little bit of COVID relief funding that allowed for us to provide even more resources to kids than we could have in prior years, granted, which was great because it kind of made up the balance of what we couldn't do in events. I believe our 2021 annual budget indicated somewhere in the area of 40 to 42% of our budget is actually events. So when you consider that, and you look at the 2 years we've just come through, it's really quite amazing. And I'm just constantly surprised at the support from the community. And yes, we needed those community partners to say, hey, we just got a huge food delivery. What do you need? And then we just mobilized as a community and made it all happen.
So when you say a big portion of your budget is because of events, is it your events? Or, I mean, people have events and they support Big Brothers Big Sisters, so that, you know, they're having, you know, there's another whole committee or another group over here, we're going to do a fundraiser and we're going to donate it to Big Brothers Big Sisters. So is it your events that you count on that amount of your budget, or is it from other people's events as well?
So our event breakdown, if you really look at it on paper, is both of those things combined. So what you're referring to is third-party events. That means that a community member decides to host something on our behalf. Sometimes we attend, actually usually we attend because we like to be there, and they raise funds on our behalf. And that's a really, really fantastic way for charities right now, because frankly, we're working hard, we're working double time. And so if a third-party provider can do that for us, that's just a golden win. And yes, it's a portion of our events budget, granted a very small portion of our events budget. I would say that 95% of that event is us generating the revenues rather than others. So.
Well, and I mean, we talk about, you know, other third parties supporting Big Brothers Big Sisters. You as well support other people. Let's talk about what you did for the Polar Plunge.
Oh goodness, yes, that was really, really fun. A lot of charities are working on their fund development concepts this year. And Lanark County Community Justice was no exception to that rule this year. They were selected to do the Perth Polar Bear Plunge, which unfortunately got pulled at the 11th hour, but nevertheless, they too generated a lot of excitement online for virtual sort of ways that people could contribute. And so we as a team decided that we would support that by just creating a video of ourselves doing the ice bucket challenge in order to help them generate some attention and some action on social media. There was a whole lot of screaming and a whole lot of ice, and it was a really good time and an easy way for us to support another agency.
We talked earlier before we started taping too. You guys are such a great team together too. I mean, last year for the bowl, you went to the hill here in Smith Falls, and you guys created your own team, and you were sledding down the hills, hitting bowling alley, hitting the bowling pins and everything too. You guys have so much fun together.
We really do. We really do, and I think that's the sort of camaraderie that is built in an environment, in a work environment where everybody absolutely has to come together to make everything work. It just inherently builds that sense of community within.
Well, good for you. There's no competition. You guys are working collectively for the good of Big Brothers Big Sisters, and you obviously can see that you've got a great team doing that for sure. For sure. So about the bowl, back to you, Angie. How do people get a hold of you? How do people want to get involved?
Well, anyone who is interested in the event, like I said, we're planning on bowling in person on Saturday, February 26th, if that's allowed. If not, we'll reschedule that date and we'll bowl later. But they can call us at the office at 613-283-0570. They can check out our website to see our full list of sponsors at lanark.bigbrothersbigsisters.ca. There's a sign-up page there. They can fundraise on our behalf. They can sponsor a team. They can put in their own team. They can just check out our Facebook page. We have a lot of information. We're going to have virtual challenges all through the month of February. So if they don't want to bowl in person, they can participate that way and win some prizes that way. It'll be a lot of fun, and we're really thankful to the amount of support we've got again this year from our amazing sponsors. Our corporate sponsors, Cogeco, YourTV being one of them, Hinton Dodge in Perth, Canadian Tire Carlton Place, Durabond, Ogilvy's Auto, Rio Home Hardware, Boston Pizza, Mike Fair, Eaton, and Country 92.3. They are all corporate sponsors again this year. Support those who support mentoring. We appreciate them truly.
Absolutely. Sandra, I've got one more question for you, because when you said you've got so many volunteers and this is such a good year, I'm thrilled with that. Like, how did you make that happen?
Well, in two ways, actually. The first is that for the first time in a very long time, we were able to tap into one of the emergency COVID relief funds in order to, through the Trillium Foundation, who've been very good to us this year, in order to hire a full-time employee to do just that, recruit volunteers. And she has been incredible, and she's very active. Heidi, I think everybody already knows.
We're talking about Heidi, yeah.
Yeah, she's been here for a very, very long time as well. She's been amazing at it, pounding the pavement. She has doubled our board membership. She has brought in enough applicants that right now she's actually recruiting some student support to help her process the applications. So that's one of the ways. But I also think, the kudos goes to the community as well, because I think that despite all of the variables, people have really come to realize that the value of connection is something that they really value now. What with lockdowns and there being less running around and more need for contact and communication, I think that value set has reappeared, and I think that people are pursuing more volunteering because of it.
Excellent, excellent. So do you have a wait list of children that
Always.
Are looking for? You do, eh?
Always. We always have a wait list. It's sitting at around 40 right now. We fill and then we get more kids in and so on. And that's just the nature of it. But we are definitely moving along at a faster speed than we have historically.
All right. And you say you're Lanark County, so you are all of Lanark County as well.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
The entire county.
All right. All right. And I like the fact that we were talking about the after school programs too. You're able to do that.
We are certainly, we are doing some of that outdoors. We're doing some of that in a virtual capacity as well. Obviously, outdoors right at this moment is not possible. But we went right to just before Christmas. In fact, outdoors. So in front of the schools, which was fantastic. We have some staff here that just wouldn't hear of a no. They went for it.
Yeah.
And then the other after program that we provide, of course, that is well recognized now is the WAC program, the We Are Kids after school drop-in program out of the youth arena here in Smiths Falls. That has been on again, off again based on closures. But when we are open, we are full. We are full. The kids want to be there. It's really, really nice to see.
You are so much more than just the one-on-one matches.
So much more.
Yeah.
So much more. Yeah. Yeah, that's a smaller portion, frankly, of our programming because it is so difficult to get that level of commitment from folks who volunteer. So that becomes sort of the harder one to build up. And so we do all of these other things to at least provide resources and some mentorship in other capacities.
Right. So you have a physical space here in Smiths Falls, an office people can go to?
Yes, we do. We are at 18 William Street East in Smiths Falls. That's our office location, as well as the location of our Jules Gently Used clothing store, which is another really important fundraiser for us. We're still open, thank goodness. No closures yet in 2022, knock wood. We are open, and we also have, in terms of physical space, the We Are Kids drop-in program over at the youth arena. That's Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday after school, 2:30 to 6.
Can Jules still take donations right now, or are they filled up?
Yep, the Jules stores are taking donations graciously, gratefully. We do ask for a call ahead just to book a time so that we know you're coming and they can receive you and accept your goods. And Excellent. So that's how we're going.
Oh, awesome. Angie, maybe one more time you can tell the folks how to get a hold of you to do the bowl.
They can stop in at the office at 18 William Street East in Smiths Falls. They can call the office at 613-283-0570, or they can check out our website at lanark.bigbrothersbigsisters.ca.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, and good luck with your bowl this year. Let's hope we can do it in person, but man, you guys make it look fun if you'd have to do it virtually too, so either way, you'll be successful. Thank you for joining me, Angie Beaupre and Sandra Burelli from Big Brothers Big Sisters here in Lanark County.